Hello everyone. It is 8:30 at night and I'm very excited to be recording this video a little later in the day than I normally would, but I'm just very excited to share today's story. It's actually one of my love stories, and I've been really wanting to record a video to share one of these actually. Mostly what I've been reading are my stories of angels, because I feel, for one, those are messages that I think can be really helpful, and I just feel so called to share. And also, it's difficult to choose one of my love stories to share, because they are all little moments in time, kind of mostly following along these two lovers. And I think they all make a lot of sense together, but some of my little moments that I create in my stories might not make so much sense on their own, unless you kind of know these characters. But this one I have today, I think will make sense on its own, and hopefully it'll lead to me sharing more of my little moments of love that I've created. This one doesn't have a title. On a large rock under the trees, they were sitting together, looking out at the water. Quietness, except for the sound of light rain, was with them. Earth is so beautiful, he calmly said to her. I love it. Are you trying to propose, she jokingly said, to the earth? He thought for a few moments. Yes, maybe I will marry the earth, he replied, smiling at her now. She looked to him and said, You can't marry the earth, you silly. A bird landed on a rock between them and rested as they watched it look from her to him and back to her again. It stayed a while, long enough for him to think for a few more moments. Don't worry, he finally said, and they looked to each other again. I'll find a person to marry, but I will wait for someone who loves me and who I love as authentically as I love you. Quietness was with them again. Looks like when I wrote that, and I remember that I had written it and saved it for quite a few months before I shared it. I think that kind of speaks very powerfully to the two characters that I kind of seem to have created. And I talk about how I created them kind of out of myself. The masculine and feminine within both of them come from me, I feel. And it's really beautiful the way that these two lovers, I call them, really kind of play back and forth to each other. Sometimes she comes with the wisdom, sometimes he comes with the wisdom. There's often one of them that come with some wisdom or something unexpected about their love that is between them, that at least for at some point in this timeline is not fully being expressed or shared or talked about, but is very clearly there. Some of my stories about them do get to a point where that's been fully shared and they've lived a long time together with that out authentically. But a lot of my stories kind of playfully bounce between them, hinting of their love and connection with each other, which is very clearly there. To me, it's very beautiful. To me, it almost doesn't even matter if they ended up together in some kind of romantic relationship, but it's very beautiful, the love that they have in my stories and the kind of play back and forth with the wisdom that each of them brings and the love that each of them brings to their connection with each other. I do hope to share more of my stories of these two lovers, along with continuing to share my angel stories. Both of them mean a lot to me. Sometimes I weave them together. Um, the way that I write really comes from my experiences in life, and I seem to go through seasons. So there's times when these ideas just come, and I do a lot of writing and sharing, and other times when it's winter, when it's winter in my writing, and quieter, and not much is growing. Um, and so I feel like lately I've been in a summer of creating these videos and sharing. I've done a lot of them, but there will certainly be a winter that comes along where there'll be less. But if I can continue to share more in videos in the upcoming weeks, I hope to share more of my stories of these lovers. I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Thank you again for listening to this story. Please feel free to share it if it may be inspiring to someone else, along with all of my other stories. Thank you again, and have a great day.